All right, welcome everybody. We're here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness for Moderate Flow Yoga with Rachael Plaine. My name's Rachael and we'll get started right now, so you can come take a comfortable seat on your mat. We'll start seated today. You don't need anything special, but any props that you like to practice with, just have those nearby for your practice today. So we'll get going and I'll check in with you when we wrap up at 10 o'clock. I'm so glad you guys are here. So we'll get started. Hopefully you can see and hear okay today. Okay. All right, so coming into your comfortable seat on your mat, you're welcome to be sitting on the ground or sitting up on a bolster or a blanket or a pillow or a block. So you can take wide knees, let the ankles or the heels stack, bring the hands to the legs, and just take some time to settle in here. So with hands on the lap, just taking a nice easy rock, forward and back or side to side. So starting to come into your body, starting to feel the hips, the sitting bones, the tailbone. And then take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through your mouth. And do that again, big breath in. Exhale a sigh. And last time, deep breath in. And let go. Good, breathe in through your nose, hold when you get to the top of the breath. Exhaling through the nose, round your back, create a cat pose, tuck the tailbone under, draw the navel in, bring the chin to the chest, hold all your breath out, pause there, take a deep breath in, and full breath out. As you inhale, float forward on the sit bones, lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the throat, lift the face. And exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, scoop your belly, bring your chin towards your chest. And do that again. Inhale, open up. And exhale, release. From here, bring that into a shoulder roll. Sit up tall, shrug the shoulders to your ears, eyes are closed or soft gaze. Exhale, back and down with the shoulders. Just a couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale, release. And last time, lift. And exhale, release. Let your palms open up so it's the backs of the hands touching the lap. And as you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest. Hold there. Take a deep in breath. And full out breath. On your next inhale, bring the right ear over to the right shoulder, opening up the left side of the neck. And exhale back through center. And go the other way, inhale ear to shoulder. And back through center. And then just one more time each side, so that nice easy head circle. Tuning into the neck, the upper back, the tops of the shoulders, and coming the other way when you're ready. And back through center. And then the next time that you breathe in, you can lift the head up, but keep the eyes closed, keep your spine long. Breathe out where you are. And start to land in the space and land in your body. Take a deep breath into the lower belly, the middle ribs, the upper heart and chest, expanding through the heart and collarbones. As you exhale, feel the chest relax. Allow the ribs to soften. Let the belly soften. And then do that again, deep breath in. And full breath out. So continuing that 3-part Dirga breath just for a couple rounds as we set ourselves up for our practice this morning, as we set ourselves up for this day today, as we set ourselves up for this weekend. Allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment, connected to your breath, connected to your own heart, connected to internal sensation within the body, and also the collective energy of those that we're practicing with today. even from afar. And then the next time that you breathe in, let your hands float towards each other to create a prayer position. Let your palms meet. And as you exhale, you can bow your head to yourself. And if you'd like to create an intention, feel free to invite in an intention for this morning of whatever it is that you might want to invite into your practice, physically, mentally, emotionally. How do you want to feel today? What are you seeking from this practice this morning? What do you want to invite in to your body, your mind, or your heart? Then the next time that you inhale, slide your hands to the ceiling, lengthen the arms, lift the face, and open the eyes. Exhale, open the arms wide, bring your chin to your chest, let your fingertips find the ground. And then do that a couple times. Inhale, sun breath. So just starting to link your breath with your movement, nice and easy to start. Exhale, release. And then take that just one more time. Inhale to lift. As you exhale, sweep the hands behind you, drop your chin, interlace your fingers. Then press the fists down, squeeze the backs of the shoulders together, open the heart, open the chest, lift the throat, lift the face, look up. Exhale, release the gaze, release the hands, roll the shoulders. Press into your fingertips to elevate the heart, and then if you'd like, press the hips forward, the pelvis, the front of the body. And exhale, release back down. Let's come to tabletop. So you can come over your shins or unwind your legs. You'll come to all fours. And then when you get there, just take some nice, easy hip circles. Bring the hands in front of the shoulders and start to stir the hips around. So in all of our practices together, we'll take plenty of time to warm up. So whether it's a gentle class or a more vigorous class, just taking this time to connect to your body. Notice how you're feeling today, what you might need today. And then when you're ready, swing the hips the other way. Good. And then when you're ready, take the hips all the way back to the heels. Let the big toes touch, widen the knees. Sink back, extend the arms, let the forehead land, and perhaps take a nice, easy sway side to side across the forehead and the hips. Good. And then from where you are in extended child's, reach a little longer through the hands, through the waist, through the armpits. Sink the hips further back so you just get a bigger stretch in the back body and the side body, and pause. From child's pose, roll forward through cat. Bring the knees underneath the hips. Keep shifting forward till you come to an up dog with the knees on the ground. Lift the heart, lift the chest, look up. And exhale, hips take you back to heels. So we'll do that a couple times, just rolling through cat to come towards up dog. And then sinking back towards child. Good, you're doing great. So you're moving at your own pace. It might be faster or slower than my pace. There might be a place where you want to pause or hold. And then eventually when you come back to your heels, you're going to stay there in child's for just a moment. From your child's pose, bring hands back near the shoulders, pressing down into the ground. Roll up or lengthen up to sit on your heels. Bring the knees hip width. If that's not accessible, you're in a high kneel. Lift the hips, lift the arms all the way up to high kneel. And exhale, open the arms. Drop the chin, touch your low back, fingers down and elbows back, and then lift your heart up to a modified camel or Ustrasana. Exhale, release to tabletop, all fours. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw the navel up and in, drop the head, drop the tail to cat. And then inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart to cow. And do that a couple times. Exhale, curl to cat. And inhale back through cow. One more time, moving with your breath. Good. Then lengthen from your tail to your head so you're in a true tabletop back. On your next inhale, float the right arm out to the side, up above the head, look up towards your fingertips. As you exhale, thread that arm halfway through, bend the elbow, dip the shoulder. And then inhale, extend out and up with the right arm. Exhale, thread halfway through. And just one more time, inhale to lift. Good. As you exhale, come all the way through this time. And now when you get there, you're gonna pause. So just holding that threaded needle, a little different. You're gonna press into the left hand so the hips are nice and even right above the knees. And if it's accessible, take your left leg out to the side. So it's the same leg as that hand that's on the ground. Extend it out and put the sole of your foot down. So it's like you're gonna prep for a gate pose in a moment. So you're here, you're threading that needle, the right shoulder's down, the left hand is to the ground, the left leg is out to the side, and the sole of the foot's to the ground. Holding here, or if you can, lift the left arm. And exhale, just fold it behind your back. Bend your elbow, let the back of the hand rotate towards the low back, or let the fingers even slip into the hip crease or the inner thigh. Roll the shoulder up and pause here, a few breaths. On an inhale, if that arm's behind the back, just stretch it to the ceiling again. Release it back to the ground again, and then you're gonna unwind. Float the right arm out and up. So we still have our left leg out. And exhale, release. Now, if your left leg's not out yet, go ahead and bring it out right now. So left leg's out, right in line with the left hip. Walk the hands back to take a hold of your hip. So now we're standing on that one shin. Slide your left hand down your left leg, right arm out and up to gate pose. So you're taking that side body stretch to look up. Inhale, open arms to T, shoulder height. And as you exhale, tip towards the opposite side. So if you were with me Wednesday, we did this when we were out at Proprietor's Lodge. Similar flow here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, top arm reaches to the long leg, down in front of the body. And you make a nice big circle. This is like a modified side plank, like a knee down side plank. Maybe we'll get to a full side plank later in our practice. Let the top arm pick you up. Cartwheel up and over that leg again. And then inhale, arms shoulder height. From here, take a hold of your hips, keeping your back long and straight. Hinge at your hips and place your hands on the ground. From here, curl your right toes under. You're gonna come to a diagonal down dog. So pick the right knee up, pivot your fingers and your toes to the right corner of the mat, and then pull the hips back away from your wrists. You get a really big stretch in the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Spread the fingers wide, drop the head, and you can let it fall right through the arms. So maybe shake it yes, or shake it no. Good. Let the head hang heavy. Just breathe for a moment here. Enjoying that big stretch, lengthening the spine, spreading the fingers wide, really feeling the backs of the legs and the length that you're creating in your back. And then starting to come out of this, pivot the hands forward, shift the weight forward so you can drop the right knee again. Take that left leg that's out to the side and sweep it all the way to the right. So the inner thighs touch, you come on the ball of the foot, you press out through the heel, you look towards your heel and hold and breathe. Good. Now that leg that's behind you, send it back again, 3-limb table, bend the knee, point the toe, lift your heart, look up like you're gonna touch your toe on your head, and then guide that knee through the hands as you slide into a pigeon pose. So your first time here, you might sit on your heel, or you might open the knee and bring the shin forward if that's accessible. Come high on the fingertips, lift the heart, look up. And exhale, undulate the spine beyond the pads of your fingers, open the elbows out, pour the belly down, the chest, the head. And then start to roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last to lift. There's a little back bend at the top as you look up. And exhale, release back down. Take that one more time, roll yourself up, all the way up, come high on the fingertips, lift the heart. And then this time, let's walk down beyond the hands, or come onto the forearms, or open the elbows, stack the palms or the fists, and drop the head. And you're gonna hold there a few breaths. You're in that pigeon pose. I'm just gonna switch so you can see from the side. Good. From pigeon, walk your body back up. You'll frame that front leg. Come on the pads, the fingers again. Lift the heart. So there's a little back bend. You can even take the throat and the head back. And then release back down. Plant your hands onto the ground. We're gonna come up to a three-limbed dog. So curl the back toes under and then power that front leg all the way back to three-limbed dog. You might have to walk the hands back a little bit. Flex the foot of the left leg, long, strong body and arms. Roll the left ankle. And then roll it the other way. Keep your legs straight, point your toe, lift your legs skywards, the hips open up. And then maybe bend the top knee, let your foot flop back towards the heel. Maybe even look underneath the left arm so you're getting a little bit of a twist in the spine. Inhale, stretch that leg high to the sky. And as you exhale, knee into belly, flying plank. You're gonna hover here. Bring your shoulders above your wrist. Kick back, three-legged dog, flex through your foot. Take the knee across the body to the opposite elbow and pause. Kick back, flex your foot. Take your knee to the outside elbow, shift forward and pause. Kick back, three-legged dog, flex your foot. And then step or help this leg through to the top of the mat. Step your other leg up to meet it. Inhale, lengthen to flat back. Bring hands to shins or just fingertips to mat. Stretch out, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold over the legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, hands through prayer. You can close your eyes. Just take a moment to reset, to recenter. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms. You do that whole thing from the top. So step up to the top of the mat. Big sun breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, hands to shins or fingertips find the ground. Exhale, deep fold. So the right leg will step back to plank. The left leg will meet it. And you'll hold here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, first time through, drop the knees. A little different today. Lift the tail, lift the heart to cow. Look up, deep breath. Lower knees, chest and chin. Point the elbows back, drop the chest, keep the hips high. Inhale, cobra, unravel. Press into the hands, the pubic bone, and lift the heart. Exhale, release to belly. Take it back to child's. Hips to heels. You'll hold for a breath or so here. Pausing in child's, just stretching the back, knowing that you can come back here at any time to rest. Take a few breaths. And then when you're ready, float your hands back by the shoulders, pressing down into the ground. Press into the hands to roll up or lengthen up to sit on the heels. High kneel again, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, open the arms, touch your low back, and drop the chin, fingers down, elbows back. Lift your heart up, open the chest, look up. And exhale, release to tabletop. Pause there, deep breath in. Exhale, round your back to cat. So it's the same thing we did on the other side. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart. And exhale, round your back to cat. Good, one more time. Inhale to cow. And then this time find a tabletop, flat back, long spine. Inhale the left arm out and up. Exhale to thread the left arm through. Bend the right elbow. Hover the left shoulder. Look towards the right. Inhale, unwind. All the way up with the left arm. Exhale, thread it through. Last time, inhale, lift. And exhale, it comes all the way through. So you come into that threaded needle, the shoulder drops, the head drops, the hips above the knees. So instead of coming right into that half bind with the right arm, if you can, free up the right leg and send that out to the side first. So the sole of the foot to the ground, toe forward, heel back. You're in that big twist, threaded needle of the arm and shoulder. And then if there's space, lift the right arm. And exhale, fold the right arm behind you, back of hand to hip or hip crease, or reach right in towards the inner thigh. A few breaths. Good. If you have the arm bound behind the back, lift it up towards the ceiling. Release your hand back down to the ground. Keep your leg out to the side and unwind the left arm out and up. Exhale, release it down. Walk your hands back to your hips. Take a hold of the hips. Slide the right hand down the right leg, left arm out and up. You guys are doing great. Continuing to flow and move with the breath. Inhale, open to T. And exhale, tip up and over to that modified side plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, top arm reaches to long leg, down in front of the body, all the way above the ear. And then do that one more time. As it comes around, it pulls you back up. Stretch up and over the long leg. Open arms to T. Exhale, hands to hips, hinge at the hips, place the hands to the ground, coming up for that diagonal down dog. Left toes curl under, knee lifts up, hands and feet pivot to the left corner of the mat, hips pull back and hold. Give the head a shake, yes. Give the head a shake, no. Spread the fingers wide, pause here. Good, and then coming out of this, pivot the hands forward, shift the weight forward, release the left knee down, take the right leg that's out to the side, bring it all the way over to the left, let the inner thighs touch, come on the ball of the foot, look towards the heel and pause. And then that leg that's out to the side, bring it back to three-limbed table, bend the knee, point the toe, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the face, look up. And thread the knee through to pigeon pose, either to sit on the heel or full pigeon, knee out, shin forward, arch the back, look up. And exhale, round the spine on the fingertips all the way down. And do that again, roll on up. High on the balls of the fingertips, look all the way up, the pads, the fingers. And exhale all the way down. One more time. Inhale, open it up, take the throat back, take the head back, take that back bend in the upper back, and then release to pigeon. And you just hold for a breath or so. So come on the hands or the forearms, open the elbows, stack the palms or fists. You're gonna stay, I'm gonna switch so you can just see this side, continue there. Good. And then when you're ready, just walk yourself up. Walk the hands back, take that back bend so the hands come back, the heart, the chest opens, the head comes back. Release the weight down into the hands. Last time, back toes curl under, press into the hands, float the front leg up and back. Walk the hands back if you need to. You're in three-limb dog, flex the foot, roll the ankle. Roll your ankle the other way. Keep your leg straight, point your toe, lift it skyward, open up the hips. Maybe bend the top knee, let your foot flop back to opposite hip. Inhale, extend it high to the sky. Exhale, knee to belly, flying planks. You hover, shoulders right above the wrist. Kick back, three-legged dog, flex the foot. Take the knee across the body, opposite elbow, point the toe, flying plank. Kick back, three-legged dog. And then knee comes to outside elbow, shift forward and hold. Kick back, three-legged dog. And a step or help this leg through, just like we did on the other side. Step the other leg up to meet it. Inhale, lengthen to flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch out. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, straight through prayer. Eyes could close once more, maybe remembering any intention that you set. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms. You're gonna continue to flow here. So you're at the top of the mat, inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch out. Exhale, deep fold. Left leg steps back to low lunge. Right leg meets it in plank. You're gonna hold your plank. Either drop your knees for knees, chest, and chin, or keep them lifted, glide forward an inch, shoulders in front of wrists, point the elbows back, hover or come to belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. If you're in up dog, get on the tops of the feet, lift your knees, straighten the arms, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, rise up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, drop the right heel, bend the left knee, look underneath the right armpit. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, switch. Good, inhale, lift up. Exhale, both your heels drop on an in-breath, float the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step or help it through to a lunge. Come high on the fingertips. Drop the back knee to knee down lunge. Lift the arms up to Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Exhale, release, swan dive over that front leg. Now pull the hips back, straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Walk your hands back, lengthen the spine to Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey pose. And exhale, deep fold over the leg. Pause for a breath or so. Breathing into the back of that hamstring. And then lengthen again, pull head away from hip. Roll onto the sole of the front foot, bend the front knee, dip the hips, walk the hands back. One more time. This time, maybe interlace your fingers, release your pointer, point at the sky, lift the heart, little back bend. Exhale, swan dive. Good. Back knee dropped or lifted. Step front leg back to meet back leg. Let's take that vinyasa again. So lower either knees, chest, and chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, float high on the balls of the feet again. Exhale, drop the left heel, bend the right knee, look underneath the left arm. Inhale, rise. Exhale, switch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, both your heels drop. We're gonna do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, float the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step or help it through. Come high on the fingertips. Release your back knee down to the ground. Inhale, lift the arms to Anjaneyasana, knee down lunge. Exhale, release, swan dive. Pull your hips back again. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, walk the hands back, lengthen, head away from tail. And exhale, deep fold, just for a breath or so here. Good, one more time, lengthen out. Pull head away from hips. Roll back over that front foot, dip the hips, walk the hands back, and then inhale, rise up. This time, interlace fingers, release your pointer, take the head back, the throat back, look up. And exhale, swan dive. Good, one more time, back knee lifted or dropped. Step back, plank or modified plank. Lower knees, chest and chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. You're gonna hold for about 3 breaths here. Take a few breaths in your dog. You could bend the knees if you wanted to get some more length in the spine, or keep the legs straight, just pausing in down dog. From your down dog, you're about to come forward. You could either walk, step, or bend the knees to hop up. So you can look between the hands, walk, step, or bend the knees, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, hands to prayer, to pause. Take a deep in breath. And exhale, release the arms. You're at the top of the mat again. Feet hip width distance, bend the knees, bend the hips. So you're in Utkatasana now, standing squat, deep breath in. As you exhale, flat back, bring the head in line with the tail, a long line from head to hips. Release the hands, inhale, stand into Tadasana, mountain pose. And exhale, sit back down to Utkatasana. Deep breath in. Exhale, release, flat back. Inhale to rise, Tadasana. And exhale to sit into Utkatasana, deep breath in. Exhale, release, flat back. Last time to rise, inhale, stand up. And as you exhale, one more swan dive over the legs. Inhale, lengthen, stretch it up. Exhale, deep fold. Step the right leg back. Step the left leg back. We're gonna take that flow again. Lower knees, chest, and chin, or full chaturanga. You're doing great. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Let's float that right leg up again to three-legged dog, hip height. You'll step or help it through, and you're gonna stay here this time. So the hands are framing the front leg. They're on the blocks or they're on the ground. Back knee softens, look up, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, lift the hips, head towards shin. Do that again, bend the knees. Inhale, lift up and look up. Exhale, lift the hips, head to shin. And then just one more time. Good. Now this time, bend the front knee, but keep the back leg straight. Bring the head in line with your heel and come high on the fingertips or your blocks. Inhale to high lunge, crescent lunge to pause. Deep breath in. As you exhale, palms press forward, back knee bends, arms float down alongside body. Inhale, lift, scoop the arms out and up, straighten the legs. Exhale, press down and through. Good, so we're just coming into a little standing flow. Inhale, rise. And exhale, press through. You're doing great. Inhale, rise, stay at the top. Bend the front knee to crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Back heel spins down, feet widen. Arms fly out to shoulder height. And then on an in-breath, without moving the feet, just straighten the arms. Lift the legs, let your palms touch. Exhale, open back up, warrior two. And come in and out of that one more time, or two more times actually. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good job. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release back down. Hold the bottom. Deep breath in. And full breath out. From here, straighten the front leg. Dance back to reverse triangle or trikonasana. And then all the way to side angle. So the elbow bends, the forearm comes to the thigh, the knee bends, the top arm flies above the head. Take a breath here. As you exhale, you could wrap this arm behind to a half bind. Thumb comes down, back of hand to hip or hip crease. So for some of us, we're gonna stay right here. Drop the chin maybe towards the bottom shoulder, looking down at the bottom foot. You could stay in this half bind. If you wanted to go a little deeper, you could take this right arm and release it behind the back foot, either looking down or looking up. And for some of you, if a full bind's in your practice, you could take that right arm inside the right leg and just wrap it behind you like you're gonna pat your bottom, and then reach for the fingertips or the wrist of that left arm. Good, if you're binding, unwind. Back to side angle. You're gonna come up one more reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, and tip back. Open up, arms shoulder height. Turn your toes forward and your heels back. So we're all in a wide-legged stance, nice and easy. Lift the arms up. And exhale, swan dive, either touching the legs or coming all the way down to a deep fold. We're gonna keep moving here. So through rotation, on an in-breath, the left arm, your back arm, comes out to the side above the head. The right arm straightens and you wring it out, look up. Exhale, release, deep fold. And go the other way, inhale out and up all the way. And exhale, release. Deep fold. You're gonna hold the bottom of your fold. Hands could stay on the ground or on the legs, or if there's space, stretch out to a down dog, like a wide-legged down dog. Stretch the arms really wide forward, so really far away from the feet. Fingers spread wide, hands shoulder width distance, hips pulling back, head relaxing through the arm bones. Few breaths. Just enjoying that stretch, feeling the rhythm of the breath, feeling the beating of your heart. Good. And then from where you are, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bend the knees. Place your hands on your thighs. Press off your thighs to lengthen your spine. Coming all the way up to stand. Big sun breath. You guys are doing so good. Inhale up. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Good. Spin your right foot forward, your original front foot, heel lined up with arch of back foot. Bend the right knee, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. You can look over right fingertips, deep in breath. Exhale, cartwheel down, right arm, left arm. Pivot on the ball, the back foot, and hold. So from here, we're gonna flip it right into a side plank on the left side. So you have an option. If you wanna modify, you're just gonna scooch this right leg back, turn your right foot out, come on the outer edge of the left foot, press into the sole of the right foot and lift the right arm. If you want to come into a full side plank, I'm sorry, my back is too. You're going to take the right foot that's on the ground and just stack it either above the left or in front of the left. So that's an option, or you had that foot to the mat. If you get in full side plank and you're getting tired, you could also drop the bottom knee. So there's a few options here. You're going to pause, deep breath, and then flip back to plank or modified plank. Take your vinyasa, lower knees, chest and chin, modified or full chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Rise high in the balls of the feet. We're doing great. We're almost done with this side. We're going to switch sides. Exhale, drop the right heel, bend the left knee, look underneath the right arm. Inhale, lengthen balls of feet. Exhale, switch. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, both heels drop. Look between your hands. Either walk, step, or hop forward. Your choice. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale through Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Bend the hips. Sit back to chair. Lift the arm. And then straighten legs. Let palms touch. Bring them to heart center. You can close your eyes. Notice how you feel right now. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms. The whole thing on the other side. So go ahead and step up to the top of the mat. I'm just gonna switch sides so you can see over here. Bend the knees, bend the hips, Utkatasana, standing squat. So I practice with feet hip width. That's more of a Kripalu way of being in a stance, but some lineages of yoga, feet are together, so wherever you're more comfortable. Deep breath in. Exhale, flat back, either feet hip width, or if you prefer them together, that's fine too. Release, Tadasana, stand up tall on your feet, lift the arms. Exhale, Utkatasana, sit back. Deep breath in. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, release, stand up, Tadasana. Last time, exhale, Utkatasana, sit into your squat. Deep breath in. Exhale, flat back. Good, release, inhale, stand, Tadasana, mountain pose, hold, and exhale, swan dive over the legs. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch out, half forward fold. Exhale, deep fold. We're gonna take that vinyasa again, so left leg back to low lunge, right leg back to plank. Knees either stay lifted or drop. If you're lifted, glide forward an inch, shoulders in front of wrists, bend elbows, hover or come to belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're gonna float that left leg up to three-legged dog. Exhale, step or help it through. When you get there, hands are on the ground or the blocks. The back knee bends, you lift the heart, look up. Exhale, lift the hips, head to shin. Lengthen your leg. Do that twice more, bend the knees. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, lift the hips, head to shin. And then one more time, bend the knees. Inhale, float the heart up, look up. Exhale, lift the hips, head to shin. And now this time we'll just bend the front knee, keep the back leg straight, come on the fingertips. You're getting ready to come up to your crescent lunge or high lunge. Inhale, float the arms out and up. You'll pause when you get there, arms frame the head like Tadasana or mountain pose, deep breath in. Exhale, palms forward, back knee bends, arms press down and through. And then inhale, arms rise out and up, legs straightened. Two more times, exhale, press through. Inhale, rise up. And last time, press through. Inhale, rise up, stay at the top. As you breathe out, just bend the front knee. Keep the back leg straight, pause. On an in-breath, straighten the front leg. Exhale, open up, warrior two, heel spins down, arms widen, you wiggle your feet so your front heel is lined up with the arch of the back foot, and then straighten the legs, lift your arms, palms touch, gaze shifts to the long edge of the mat. Exhale, place yourself back into warrior two. Twice more, inhale up. So you're moving with your breath, just in and out of this simple pose. Exhale, release. One more time, pick it up. Exhale, release, hold the bottom. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Come to reverse triangle, straighten the leg and dance back. Make space in your waist, lift the ribs off the hip point. And then all the way to side angle. So the arms come through warrior two, the knee bends, the elbow bends, the forearm comes to the thigh, the top arm stretches above the ear. So you're in side angle. You could stay here or half bind, top arm wraps behind, back of hand to hip or hip crease. Stay here, maybe turn the gaze down to give the neck a little break and open the shoulder. Or if you want to go deeper, left hand could come to the back of the left foot. You could put it on the ground or the block, looking down or looking up. Other option, that left hand could come inside the left foot. You could bend your elbow and then wrap that arm behind to pat your bum or reach your fingertips or your wrist, and then roll the heart open. A few breaths. Whatever version you're in. If you're bound in your side angle, release that. Come to just a regular unbound side angle. And then let the top arm pick you up to reverse triangle. So top arm rises, front leg straightens, you dance up and back, engage your quadriceps, so pull the thigh muscles up. Exhale, open up, warrior, arms to shoulder height, toes forward, heels back. Good, wrists above your ankles, you're doing awesome. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. And exhale, swan dive. We're almost done with this standing flow. We're about to come onto our mat soon. Take your right arm, your back arm, out and up. Come high on the left fingertips. Take that nice big twist. And exhale, release. Do it the other way. Inhale, left arm out and up, big twist. And exhale, release. So just like we did on the other side, you could keep your hands down on the ground. You could have your hands to the legs for a flat back. You could come back to that down dog variation, or if you want to do something different, reach the arms through the legs, turn the palms down, and fingers towards that long edge of the mat, right past it, and maybe the crown of the head even comes down to the ground. And if there's any other variation that you like to practice here in a wide-legged forward fold, feel free. Take a few breaths. Good. And then when you're ready, slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bend your knees. Place your hands on the thighs. Press off the thighs to lengthen. Come all the way up. Take a nice big sun breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arm shoulder height. Good. Turn your left foot forward. Line your heel up with the arch of the back foot. Shoulders and belly and ribs towards me. Bend the front knee. Look out over front fingers. That's your warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel it down. Left arm, right arm. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. So we're in a lunge. You could stay right here. Or setting up for a modified side plank, you wiggle the left leg back a little bit on your mat. Turn your left foot out. So the toes might even come off the mat. Press into the right hand. Flip onto the outer edge of the left foot. And then lift the left arm. That left leg that's to the mat, if you want to come full side plank, you're just going to stack it on top of the bottom right leg or in front. You could also modify by dropping the right knee. If you get tired, deep breath. And exhale, flip back to plank or modified plank. Lower one more vinyasa, knees, chest, and chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Few breaths here. Pause in your down dog. Good. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale this time, shift forward. Just set the knees on the ground. Uncurl the toes. Sit back to child's pose. Knees hip width or wide. Arms extend. If there's space, press your hands to prayer. Bend your elbows and let your forearms fold back to your head. Take a few breaths there. Just feeling yourself connect back down towards the earth. Feeling the rhythm of your breath again and the beating of your heart again. Good. Extend the arms forward if they're folded to your head. Slide your hands back near the shoulders. Roll up or lengthen up to sit on your heels. If you can, you're going to squeeze the knees hip width, bring the hands right behind you, flip the fingers back. You're going to press into the fingertips, lift the hips. Stretch the front of the thighs, chin to chest, or head falls back. If this is too much, you could be in a high kneel with hands to low back like we did in the beginning. And exhale, release, back down. Send the hips off to the side, swing the legs around to the front. So we'll do a little work on the ground. So just go ahead and scooch the hips forward. You guys did awesome. Inhale, lift your arms up, lengthen your spine. And exhale, slowly lower. Tuck the tail, scoop the belly. You're gonna come all the way onto your back. And then when you get down onto the back, stretch the legs forward, stretch the arms behind. Lengthen out your waist, your belly, your ribs, your armpits, your chest. And gather your knees up into your body. Hold your knees or your shins or wrap the arms around the legs and rock. Place your hands to your knees and circle the knees one way. Good. And then circle your knees the other way. Then hugging the knees into the belly, open the knees, soles of feet touch, hands slide along the shins to catch the ankles, tops of feet, or outer edges. So very familiar, just coming into this variation of bound angle, Baddha Konasana, lying on our backs to help decompress the spine, relax the hips, and allow our bodies to settle into the mat, to be supported and held. Breathing right into that area that you feel it most, whether it's in your back, and the hips, and the inner thighs, the outer thighs, the groin, the hamstrings. Just breathing there. Come into happy baby if you'd like. Flex your feet up towards the ceiling. Ankles are above the knees. You could keep holding outer edges of feet or wrap peace fingers around the big toe and take a rock. Good. If you wanted to play around here a little bit when you rock to the right, maybe extend the right leg, bring the left heel towards groin. Come back through center. When you go to the left, extend the left leg, right heel towards groin. Back through center, maybe try that a couple times, just getting a little extra stretch in the legs. Good. Come back through happy baby. Just pause for a moment without rocking, pull down on the feet or the toes, press up through the soles of the feet so you get that counter feeling of energy of pulling down, pressing up, so you're engaged, the muscles are engaged, the legs are working even though you're getting that deep stretch. Place the soles of the feet towards each other, hands to knees come back together, soles of feet to ground, toes forward, heels back, arms alongside your body, feet hip width distance apart. You're gonna come up to bridge, so take the arms alongside the body, fingers face the heels, palms down, press into hands, lift the hips. And you could come up just a few inches to a modified bridge or a full version of bridge. And if you're in this deep version of bridge, you might want to roll one shoulder under, the other shoulder under, interlace your fingers, press your fists towards your heels to elevate the front body even more. A few breaths. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the interlaced fingers, lower your spine. Good, so you can come back up for a second round of bridge, or we could take this into full wheel if it's in your practice. I think we might have thrown this in last week. So if you're gonna go there, you lift the arms up to the ceiling, you bend your elbows, palms to the ceiling, keep bending the elbows till the fingertips face the shoulders, and you come on the palms of the hands. I always say soles of hands, palms of hands. And then to get up to full wheel from here, you'd lift the hips like bridge, so maybe you just take it there. And again, other option is just to come back to bridge where you were before. If you're in this version of bridge and you're about to come to full wheel, and to press into the hands, lift the chin up and back, and then come on the top of the head. Next step from there, press into hands, straighten arms, let the head come off the ground. Few breaths. If you're in full wheel, take another deep breath. Exhale, bend the elbows so you lay on the top of the head again. And then tuck the chin, come on the back of the head, lower the body. If you're in bridge, start to come out. Release the arms. Either take a big stretch out or hug the body in, whatever would feel good. Just take a moment to move however you'd like. And we'll just take one more thing together. We'll come into a spinal twist before we rest. So once you've completed any counter movement or pose after that second bridge or wheel pose, just place your feet to the ground, knees up to the ceiling, open the arms to T, palms open towards the ceiling, backs of hands to the ground. Cross the right leg over the left, your inner thighs touch. So a simple spinal twist that you may have done with me before many times. Press into the bottom foot, just scooch the hips to the right so you're more on the left hip. Let the knees come to the left. Turn your head to the right. If this is uncomfortable, unwind the legs so they stack. Otherwise, they could be braided. Left hand to T, or you can place it right on the outer thigh. Turn the head away from the knee, and if you'd like, close your eyes. And take a few breaths there. Good. When you're ready, let the knees come back through center. Press into the bottom foot to scooch the hips back, unwind the legs. Cross the left leg over the right, the inner thighs touch. Press into the bottom foot to scooch the hips to the left, you're more on the right hip. Let the knees go to the right. Turn your head to the left. Arms to T, or right hand touches outer edge of top leg. Legs stay where they are, or you could uncross them and let them stack. Good. If you're touching the outer edge of the leg, you can release that, arms to T. Knees come back through center. You'll press into bottom foot to scooch the hips back and unwind the legs. Let the knees fall open if that's comfortable, soles of feet touch. So you're in reclined bound angle. If that's not comfortable, bring your feet wide and let the inner thighs and knees touch. Slide your hands down to Shavasana, 45 degrees at the armpit, or place the hands on the belly, or one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. Just take a moment to land here before we come to rest in Shavasana. Let yourself connect back to your body. back to your heart, and back to this present moment right here, right now. Honoring this time that you've taken out of your day to form union and harmony within yourself, between your body and your mind and your heart. Setting yourself up for this brand new day to lead forward with grace and strength and compassion and love. Just honoring this connection that you've created within yourself. Finding this harmony between your mind, your body, and your heart. Everything working in union together. And then as you settle in and prepare for rest, feel free to move or not move in any way you'd like before you come to Shavasana. But when you're ready, you'll just let the legs extend to the front edge of the mat. You'll let the arms come off the body. Let there be space at the armpit. Let the palms roll open. Take any wiggles or adjusting so you can feel comfortable. We'll just be resting for a few moments here together. Let your palms be open to the ceiling. Feel your fingers soft and your toes soft. Your arms and legs long and relaxed. And take a moment to rest and receive. To invite in whatever it is that you're seeking from this morning's practice. To let your body and your mind and your heart take this much needed rest. And if your time allows for it, you can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Feel free to be here longer to enjoy this rest. And when you are ready to come out, you'll just deepen your breath. And begin to connect to the outer edges of the body, noticing how you feel again. And maybe invite movement into the fingers or toes. Eventually come to either side, just come into a fetal pose, bring the knees into belly, the arms into chest, just to take a moment to rest, to reacclimate to being on your side and find the breath again. Pressing the ground away, you can let yourself come up to seated with the least amount of effort possible. Coming into cross legs or any other variation. You'll let the backs of the hands touch the lap, let your palms open up, sit up tall just for a moment together. Take a deep breath in and full breath out. The next time that you breathe in, let your hands float together to prayer position, Anjali Mudra, palms meet in front of the heart. And as you exhale, bow your head to yourself and to any intention you created. We'll end together on the sound of Om, the sound of community, joining our voices as one, even from afar. Starting with a letting go breath, take a deep inhale. Exhale a sigh. We'll begin. Deep breath in. And as your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I'll see you again real soon. So if you have any questions, feel free to hang out, and I'll check in with you if you're here with me live. Otherwise, if you're watching this later or have to run off, it was great to have you guys here. Thanks so much. Great.